Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Today, for Sonic's 30th anniversary, I want to talk about Sonic Rangers, what I think about it, and my hopes and dreams. We'll also cover the exclusive interview with Takashi at Sonic Stadium, and just give my thoughts on it. Okay, let's start off with the Takashi Iizuka interview. The first question by Sonic Stadium is, first of all, I hope that you and all of Sonic Team and Sega are well and have been staying safe throughout the last year. 2020 was a trying year for game development around the world. How has Sonic Team been impacted by the, going around in the world, and how difficult has it been to continue working against that landscape? That's a good question. Takashi Iizuka responds, Sega of America shifted to a work-from-home structure in March, with Sega of Japan also adopting the same work-from-home system a few months after. I think it was an extremely difficult year for many businesses, which it was. It delayed so many popular projects. For us in development, the first obstacle was to get all the specialized hardware we use at work set up in our homes. Our development team at Sega of Japan has over 100 people, so it took many days just to get all the hardware shipped out to everyone. However, once we all got our development environment set up and working from home, I think we are less impacted than a lot of other people and a lot of other businesses. I think this is great to hear. Other than, having to ship out the hardware to everyone, I think it's good that they were less impacted. The next question by Sonic Stadium. I wanted to congratulate you on the announcement of Sonic Colors Ultimate. I remember sitting down with you a decade ago to talk about the original Wii release, and you spoke about how the game was an attempt to go back to a more creative and lighthearted experience. Looking back on the game today, what are some of your thoughts about its reception and legacy over the last decade? Takashi responds, looking back on the past 10 years, I am very pleased to have been able to release titles that our fans have really enjoyed, like Colors, Generations, and Mania. Unfortunately, we also had the Sonic Boom brand, started by the development and production team in America, come to an end after an unfortunate title release. I agree, it's kinda unfortunate since Sonic Boom had a lot of potential and the games were pretty bad, but the show was actually really good, not gonna lie. To prevent that sort of thing from happening again, I made up my mind to move to America. Sonic Colors is a great title that no longer runs on current generation hardware, so I am glad we can deliver Sonic Colors Ultimate to everyone, which is true. Colors has stuck on the Wii, so giving the new generation to be able to play Colors is a pretty smart decision, especially since it's one of the more easier Sonic games, so the kids that watch the Sonic movie actually have an easy game to play. Sonic Stadium then asks, it's great to see the Genesis games return in Origins. The trailer for the collection showed 1, 2, and CD in widescreen. Are these games being remastered with the Whitehead engine found in iOS? And if so, will 3 and K also use this engine? Or is development being handled by another partner such as M2/Sega Ages? This is a really good question, since Sonic 1, 2, and CD have the port on mobile, yet Sonic 3 and Knuckles don't. So I'll see what happened. Takashi Iizuka responds, I am pleased to see the positive reaction to Origins. It exceeded my expectation. I wanted to bring back Sonic 3 and K. I mean, everyone wants Sonic 3 and K back. Since I personally worked on that title, so we plan to announce this title around the timing of the 30th anniversary. I'm not able to speak to the product details yet, but I can tell you that will not be a compilation title running off emulation. We are planning on supporting a 6x9 full-screen game for ease of play. For anyone that haven't played in any of these original games, Sonic Origin will be perfect for you. I'm really happy to hear this. They're actually putting effort in. For example, Mario 3D All-Stars, like Super Mario 64 wasn't even in widescreen, it was just a port. And obviously Skyward Sword HD, a port like that for $60, it's not that good. So yeah, I do think this is good that they're actually trying to put effort into this collection, and I'm really excited to play all these games on Switch. Sonic Stadium then asks, you've credited Mania as one game that has helped grow the fan base. Are you interested in making more 2D games in this style? And also, who is your first choice of character in playing Mania? Is it Mighty? For me personally, I like playing as Sonic, but I do in the end play as all the characters. For example, Mania, I played as every single character. So, Takashi Iizuka responds, thank you very much. To be honest, when we were planning Sonic Mania, we started the project only focused on content that the core fans would enjoy, so we were a bit surprised to find out that a lot of the younger generation that never played the Genesis games enjoyed Sonic Mania. While we always respected the classic 2D experience, we feel a certain conviction to the success of Mania. Looking to the future, I'd like to grow both the 2D Sonic and 3D Sonic game experiences. My hope is that they separate. I do not want a 3D and 2D hybrid. Like, I just want a 3D game and a 2D game. Like in the 2000s, you'd have Sonic Crush, but you also have like a Sonic Adventure 2. Like, they had the advanced games, but you also had the fully 3D games. So I want it to be like that. Anyway, continuing, when I play Sonic Mania, of course I select Sonic. See, Takashi Iizuka is a man of culture. But when I play Mania Plus, I really like being able to swap characters mid-game, so I end up playing with everyone. Same, I do end up playing with everyone in Mania mode and Encore mode. Sonic Stadium then asks, with Colors Ultimate and Origins offering fans modern ways to play the classic games in Sonic's history, are you interested in remaking or remastering more titles? Do a remaster of Unleashed. Anyway, do you think you would explore re-releases of more historic classics such as the Advanced series, Game Gear Collection, Chaotix, or maybe the Sega Sonic Trackball arcade game? Takashi responds, with a huge success of the movie, have an opportunity to get more people interested in Sonic. That opportunity was the reason why we planned for Colors Ultimate and Origins to present some legacy content to this new audience. While we haven't locked down all our plans yet, there are so many great Sonic games from the past 30 years that can't be played on modern hardware, like Unleashed, remaster that game. So we would love to explore bringing more of these legacy titles out to entertain a new audience. Again, just give me the Unleashed part. Sonic Stadium then asks, Forces stood out as a visually darker and serious game compared to the past Sonic titles, or at least it tried to be. With Colors getting remastered, would you say that this more lighthearted and humorous style is something you're looking to continue with Sonic games going forward? To be honest with me personally, I like more of the darker stories like SA2 and Unleashed. Most of the stories in the 2010s are really cringy and they're like not even funny. Even when they're lighthearted, they're not even funny at all. Anyway, Takashi's response, while thematically and stylistically different, both Colors and Forces take place in the same universe. Personally, I enjoy the series storytelling in Sonic Forces and Adventure. Same, I like the Sonic Adventure, Sonic Adventure 2, and Unleashed. Those stories are really great, they fit Sonic really well. Then he continues on, and I also enjoy the vivid pop style of Colors and the classic games. And that's the thing with Sonic. Sonic can work with both types of stories. For example, he worked with Boo, or he worked with like SA2. Sonic is a great match for both serious storytelling as well as vivid brand pop games. That's just what I said. As we continue developing Sonic games, we will choose a story and game design that best match the style and the atmosphere of the content we are working to make. So basically what I'm understanding is that the next games, they're going to be like a combination. I'm hoping the light humored ones actually are funny and not cringy, but that's just me. Now this one's interesting. This one talks about Sonic Rangers, which we will talk about later in the video. Sonic Stadium asks, I know you probably can't say much, but can you share anything about the general creative direction or process and overall goals that you want to tackle with this new game? What kind of feedback from past games stuck with you? Any hints you can give us about the glyph in the trailer? That's a good question. Iizuka responds, since Forces released, fans have been worried that there has not been an announcement about the next title. So in the recent Central, we want to let fans know not to worry because the team is working on a title for 2022. I mean, I don't know why fans would think there won't be a game. Yeah, maybe you could speculate if we're gonna get one this year or in 2022. But obviously it's gonna be a new Sonic game anyway. Anyway, Iizuka continues, since this title is still mid-dev, there's nothing I can speak to, but I did want to say that the dev team has been spending their time to do something new and challenging. I hope that's true. Because if it's new, there won't be any rehash Green Hill, and if it's challenging, it actually won't challenge, unlike Colors Ultimate, which we'll talk about next week on Saturday. So a lot of trial and error, the team is looking to present to everyone a new Sonic game, and I hope your warm support of their work can motivate them to really deliver against that challenge. I do hope they deliver. They are putting a lot of ambition into this game. They've took like half a decade now. Like in 2022 it'll be half a decade, and that's a while. Like that's how long Breath of the Wild take, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe even 4 years. So they're definitely actually working on it, and I like that. Sonic Stadium then asks, Sonic series had its fair share of landmark anniversary games. Adventure 2 marked the 10th anniversary, Gens marked the 20th. Are you formally treating the new game as Sonic's 30th anniversary game? And if so, will that anniversary element form a basis of the game's approach in a similar way to Gens, or will it be a standalone title? I hope it's a standalone title, because Generations is an anniversary game, so it makes sense to like reuse old zones, but I do not want that for Rangers, so I do hope it's a standalone title. Takashi Iizuka then responds, the new title in development is progressing towards 2022, so I can't call it an anniversary title. Let's go. However, Adventure laid the foundation for 20 years of Sonic titles after its release, so in the same way, I really hope that this new title, releasing in 2022, lays the foundation for the following future Sonic titles. That is the idea behind the challenge for the team. I really like that. To be honest, I don't think Sonic Adventure laid the foundation for 20 years. I think it laid it for 10 years, and then when Colors came, it like gave a foundation for the next decade. So I do hope this takes true to his word, because if this game is really good and that lays the foundation, then hopefully for at least the next decade we can get really good, big, ambitious, quality Sonic games. So I'm really hoping they deliver on Rangers, since that would lay the foundation for a while. Sonic Stadium then asks, Izuka-san, he's been involved with Sonic since the Genesis era and a driving force of the franchise ever since. Taking on the series' anniversary, how do you feel about what you and your teams have accomplished over the years? What have been your fondest memories working on the series, and has anything changed in your development and directing SOs over the year? Takashi responds, I've been involved with Sonic development for 28 years, and a lot has changed in the development style and the gaming environment in that time. When I started in game development, video games were only considered as a children's toy product, but since then, video games have been developed into mainstream entertainment, and we now even have Sonic successful as a Hollywood movie for audiences around the world. That is amazing growth in development in a very short amount of time. Development has also changed drastically, from being a team of 10 or so developers in one room quietly building a game, to now much larger development teams getting feedback from American and European counterparts, working with external artists, having gameplay test sessions, and involving so many more people in the creation of one single title. There's not much to talk about here, but video games were considered children's toys, like only for kids, but has evolved into something much, much bigger. It's really cool to see that happen over the past few decades. Sonic Stadium asks next, today, Sonic the Hedgehog is enjoying a multimedia renaissance, which is true. Sonic has comics, has cartoons, anime, movies, games, almost everything now. Anyway, yeah, they go on licensed comic books, Hollywood movie series, upcoming Netflix show, in a way that reminds us of the original Mania back in the early 1990s. What are your thoughts about Sonic's enduring success as a worldwide icon outside of video games? Cash responds, it's not just me, but the OG Sonic team had a dream to create something that exceeded just a video game and make something that would succeed as a character in the larger entertainment space. In the early 90s, that sort of thinking was thought to be some unrealistic fantasy, but here we are 30 years later realizing many of those dreams and aspirations, and we are not done yet. We look forward to dreaming up many new unrealistic fantasies for Sonic and bringing them to life. I like the ambition, and I definitely want to see what happens to Sonic in the future. For the last question, Sonic Stadium asks, finally, is there anything special you'd like to say to fans as we approach Sonic's 30th anniversary? Time of this video, it is the Sonic 30th anniversary, and I'm recording this like 5 minutes before the Sonic Symphony. Anyway, Takashi Iizuka responds, thank you everyone for helping us grow the Sonic brand for the past 30 years. I really appreciate all the support our fans have given us. Our success is because of them. I fondly remember getting to interact with so many fans in person at all the events I attended. Due to I haven't had a chance to meet everyone in person for quite some time. I hope that changes. I want to actually have a social life. Anyway, but I'm hopeful that we will be able to share some time with everyone again in the near future. We have 3 titles releasing from here until 2022, as well as a sequel and a brand new series coming to Netflix, so there should be a lot of great content for everyone to enjoy until then. Thank you for all the support up until now, and looking forward to delivering more great content to everyone moving forward. I am also looking forward to actually enjoying this great content. Thank you so much, Takashi Iizuka, and the people at Sega and Sonic team who work their hardest, and everyone else who is involved with Sonic projects. But the actual game Sonic Rangers and what my hopes are. Let's start with the open world. Unlike the previous decade, I want the open world or the game in general to actually have some challenge. For example, Forces was way too easy, literally holding your hand most of the time. Even when you fall, there's literally no death spits, there's always something to help you. And it's just really easy. For example, Sam literally made a sandwich while he was playing Forces and ate it. Like, way too easy and just like a movie automated. Like, it's not fun at all. So I hope that changes with Sonic Rangers. I want it to actually have challenge. Same with Colors Ultimate. The tail save is way too easy. Like, it doesn't add any challenge to the game, just dumbifies it. To be honest, I get why they did that for two reasons. Because the children that watched the movie that are now fans of Sonic, and because IGN is literally super bad at games, they literally took points off Colors for being too challenging, and then showed themselves losing to the first boss. So I guess why it's way too easy. But I do hope they have like a switch in the options where you switch the tails and the lives, which looks like it's not gonna be optional. So I do hope there's actual challenge in this game, cause that's like a big thing. That's why I like Sonic 2, for example. For in Sonic 2, it's really easy to pick up most of the time, except Metropolis. But to actually get that speed, you actually gotta earn it. You actually have to have skill. That's what I want from Sonic games. Second thing I want, like in this open world, is like the puzzles that were leaked. I want them to be fast-paced puzzles, unlike Unleashed, where some puzzles were kind of slow. I just want it to be a bit fast-paced. I also don't want to be a puzzle game like it's way too challenging and just takes so much time. Again, goes to the fast pace, but I don't want it so simple. The best way I'd like to compare this is to Breath of the Wild Shrines. It's kind of like you actually have to think of what you're gonna do to finish the shrine. So I hope the puzzles are kind of like that. And also the biggest thing in the open world, which is also the hardest for Sonic, is it for be fun to control. Like Mario Odyssey, it's super fun to just hop around with Cappy or across the world, and that should be it for Sonic. It should be fun to traverse the world. If it's not fun to explore and traverse the world, then you failed an open world game. And Sonic, that's really hard. So it should be controlled well. I also think it should be momentum based, kind of like Sonic Utopia, but there's things to actually do in the open world. And I think if they can do that, that will be really cool for the open world itself. That's like what I want for the open world in general. The next thing I want to talk about is the cyberspace levels, and there's a few things that I want from the cyberspace levels. And the first and probably the most important to me is for it being original. The past decade from Sonic Generations, we haven't had an original mainline Sonic game. The last original mainline Sonic game was Sonic Colors. So I do hope we actually get original stages. No one wants to play Green Hill and Chemical Plant for the 10 billionth time. Like clearly no one wants to. And Aaron Weber did say in a live stream that we won't be seeing Green Hill for a while. And looking from the teaser and the leaks, it does look to be true, which I'm happy about. I want to see new and fresh ideas. The second thing I want to talk about is 5 minutes. I want a 5 minute stage, kind of like Sonic Unleashed. I do understand they're much more harder to develop because Sonic boosts through this whole world, but Unleashed did do it, and it did it really well. So I hope we actually get a 5 minute stage. Maybe there's like 7 stages, each one grants a Chaos Emerald. After you beat the 7 cyberspace levels, you go to the final boss. So the cyberspace levels are kind of like Divine Beasts and Breath of the Wild or Shrines, and the open world is the main part of the game. I also want cyberspace levels to have good level design like Unleashed and Gens. Forces did not have good level design at all. It's very linear. And Colors did have okay level design. But I do want it to have good level design like Unleashed and Generations. And even better, I want it to actually feel really fun to play through. The last one I want to talk about also goes into level design. It's not a lot of 2D. I don't want so many 2D sections like Colors. Colors has so many 2D sections, so I do hope the cyberspace levels are not that much of 2D. I understand if there's a bit of 2D, like in Generations and Unleashed, but I do hope that we actually have a lot of 3D in these cyberspace levels. Now this one's pretty simple. It's like in every single Sonic game. It needs to have a banger soundtrack. But again, we're talking about Sonic, so it's basically confirmed. Like if Sega was a music company, I wouldn't mind if they gave us bangers like Sonic and Persona music. Like to be honest, it's basically confirmed it's Sonic. If you do not have a good soundtrack in a Sonic game, you have officially failed. So I do think we're definitely gonna get a banger soundtrack, like usual. Now here's a big one that every single Sonic fan wants, including me, and that is multiple playable characters. There should be 4 playable characters, 3 excluding Sonic, maybe 5 depending on the game. In Sonic Rangers, I think it should be an after game bonus, kind of like how Mushroom Kingdom is a bonus kingdom after you beat Mario Odyssey. It gives the game replayability, which lacks in the many Sonic games in the past decade, and it gives the story and gameplay can mainly focus on Sonic, since Sonic is definitely the most important aspect of both the story and the actual game. So I think giving the actual game focusing on Sonic and after game bonus you could play as these characters would work in Sonic Rangers. The first playable character I think should be added is Tails. Literally super easy choice. Sonic's best friend and has been here since 1992. I think you should play like SA1. He should be playable in open world and the cyberspace level. And I think how she plays, like he can access certain areas with his flying that Sonic can't. Since Sonic cannot fly, there will be certain areas that only Tails can access. Tails will also have a limit, or basically a stamina, kind of like how Breath of the Wild had a stamina, the green circle thing. So I do think Tails should have a limit on flying, like he does in other games that he is playable in. So I think he should basically just play as SA1, and there's certain area that he can access with his flying, and have a limit. The second character that's not Sonic that I think should be playable is Knuckles. I also, again, should also play like SA1 and SA2. I think he should be in the open world as well. Basically, he would be able to access certain areas with his power and just punching walls. For example, there's been many games. For example, Sonic Mania, he punches through a wall and he gets this certain area that the other 2 characters can't access. So I think that's how it should be like. And again, he'll also be able to get bonuses and stuff that Sonic nor Tails can get. And the third character that's not Sonic, that's also a really easy choice, is Shadow the Hedgehog. He should play basically just like SA2. He plays like Sonic and he has new animations. He'd be a character that's not an after game bonus if he has significance. That means if Shadow actually has significance in the story, I do think they could make the game focus both on Sonic and Shadow, kind of like SA2, because Shadow is basically kind of like a reskin but has his new animations. Also would be really cool if they could do it is that they could add chaos abilities. For example, they could add chaos spear, chaos blast, chaos control to give Shadow individuality, because Shadow has so many options that he just doesn't use, and if they could add that in the Sonic Rangers, I do think that would be really fun to play as. And the fourth character, not Sonic, that's the fifth depending on the game, is Blaze. To be honest, I think Blaze shouldn't be like a playable character in most Sonic games, but only when she has significance. So if she also has significance, I do think she'll work. She basically plays like Sonic, but is more unique, has more new animations, maybe even similar fire moves. For example, how Tails has Glide or Knuckles has Climbing. I think she could have her own move, similar to Blaze in the Sonic Advanced Project, which you should go check out, link in the description. I think if Blaze plays like that, she could actually be really fun to play as, because Sonic doesn't have a lot of playable characters again in the past decade, which is so underutilized. They've been in Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic 06 even, but there's not a lot of playable characters in the newer games, which is kind of disappointing, and most of them don't even show up for a cameo. So multiple playable characters again in a Sonic game would definitely be appreciated, and I think these are the Sonic characters that should be in, because we don't want to play as every single Sonic character in existence. I think these are like the main character that should be focused on when making a Sonic game. I think Silver should be playable, but in his own games, similar to Shadow the Hedgehog. I think there should be a Silver the Hedgehog game, but I don't think it should be playable in the mainline games. So that's my opinion on the multiple playable characters. Now here's a feature that so many Sonic fans have been asking for and I mean so long, and that is Shao Garden. Shadow Garden did come back in the new Minecraft DLC though, but I do think the Shadow Garden should be in Sonic Rangers. To be honest, I don't know why Sega hasn't made a separate version, like a mobile version. They would make so much money off of it, like it's unbelievable. So many missed potential. So I do think the Shadow Garden should be in Sonic Rangers, and it should be for the most part like SA2. I also think there should be new like mini games, like you know how they had swimming, karate, racing. I think there should be new additions to keep it fresh. Also think there should be an online mode to play with your friends, to play with random people online. I mean it's kind of a no-brainer if you make a Shadow Garden today in these days and age. There should be an online version. I also think you'll be able to customize the Shao. I think that would be really cool. Like put a silly hat on or scarf or whatever. I think it'll give the Shao individuality. I think it'll just be really cool. And obviously, there should be different kinds of Shao. For example, a hero Shao, dark Shao, like just standard stuff. I do think the Shao Garden would be really fun in Sonic Rangers, like a 2022 version of Shao Garden. Since the last time we've seen Shao Garden, other than Minecraft, was in SA2, and that was 20 years ago. It's been so long, and I do think Shao Garden has so much potential. So I do hope we see a return in Sonic Rangers, and the probability is not that low because they finally recognized the Shao Garden and put it in Minecraft. So I do hope we do get the Shao Garden in Sonic Rangers. Now the last big feature that I personally want in the game is a shop, and I think it should work like Unleashed, where you use rings to buy stuff in the shop items. And people would say, how would you like die? I think it should do something else. I think in the cyberspace levels, I do think rings should be used, obviously. And how in the rings, you also use it for boost, just like Unleashed daytime levels. But I don't think the rings should be actually be in the open world. I think it should be handled a bit differently, and I'm not sure how it would work to be honest, but I would like rings to be used in in-game currency, or like some other Sonic Tuber mentioned. Maybe rings could just be for the life, and there should be a new in-game currency specific for Sonic Rangers, where you'd be able to buy cosmetics. For example, in the shop, there'd be so many cool stuff to buy. For example, you'd buy Rider Sonic, which is basically Sonic with sunglasses. Like, why would you not play as Rider Sonic? Or you could also play as Boom Sonic, Adventure Sonic, Movie Sonic, not Classic Sonic. I do not want Classic Sonic in this game. We've had so much Classic Sonic, I do not want him. But I do think the other types of Sonic that passed over the years should be used as skins. I would also love to see a Sonic and Link collab, like how we did in Lost World, where Sonic was wearing Link's costume. I would love to see that, but Breath of the Wild's new costume, not the green one. Or maybe both. I would love to see Sonic and The Legend of Zelda collab again, just for a skin or something. Maybe a new Sonic skin in Breath of the Wild 2, or a Link skin in Sonic Rangers. I think that'd be really cool. Also think they would have original ideas for Sonic costumes. For example, the Pirate Sonic they used in Sonic Dash, or the Orchestral Sonic, which was a Sonic to promote the new Sonic Symphony that's happening today. I think that'd be really, really cool. Or maybe a professional Sonic where he's wearing a suit and tie. I also think they could have reference to previous Sonic games and characters. For example, Neo Metal Sonic's cape, that should be a skin, Sonic wearing his cape, and I think it would be really cool. To be honest, I would love cosmetics in a new Sonic game. To be honest, just for Rider Sonic. Rider Sonic looks so cool. Like, I think he should be the standard design for Sonic. So I would love to see Sonic Riders Sonic to actually be a skin for the game. I think there should also be like more stuff to buy in the shop. For example, items or like lives or whatever. So I do think a shop should be included where you can buy cosmetics and other bonuses in the game, and I think it should work like Unleashed. So what are my final thoughts on the game? I want to be the next big step forward and to lay the foundation for the next Sonic games, which Takashi Izuka has stated in his interviews, so I hope it's actually true. I also want it to be a big and ambitious game, which is definitely sounding like it. An open world Sonic game definitely sounds big and ambitious. Yeah, I also want it to be innovative, just not another Sonic game. I want it to be original. Like, we do not want to see old zones again. We want to see new, fresh ideas in a new Sonic game. We want the open world to be interesting, because, that's the main part of the game. If that's not interesting, then you failed an open world game, let alone being a Sonic open world game. Sonic should feel fun to control. The cyberspace levels should be fun, mostly 3D, and have good level design. Also, it needs to have great execution. It definitely has great ideas. It's just up to the execution now. There has been Sonic games that had really great ideas, but the execution fell flat. So they really need to deliver on this game. Also, hope there's cosmetics. I just want to play as Rider Sonic again. And yeah, that's really why I want cosmetics. Also want heart and soul put into it. Actual passion, just not a, oh, this new Sonic game is coming out. No, there's actual passion, care put into the Sonic game. I want to go above and beyond like Breath of the Wild. It was super innovative in the Zelda franchise and see how it succeeded. So I hope Sonic Rangers is kind of like that for Sonic. Like all the other forms of Sonic are thriving. We got movies, it's doing great. Sonic Movie 2 is coming out. The cartoons/anime is doing really well. We're getting Prime, which I do think is going to be good. It's coming from the people who made Ben 10 and Big Hero 6. Like, it's going to be good. The comics are great. Literally every form of Sonic media are great. And I hope it's time for the games to actually be consistently great. So I hope Sonic Rangers is like the next step forward. Those are like my final thoughts in the game. Well, that's it. What do you think about Rangers in the interview? Comment down below if you agree or not. I'll start uploading a video every Saturday at 6 p.m. EST. Next week being my thoughts on Colors Ultimate. So make sure to check them out. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And peace.